Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. WWE underwent many changes in 2024. NXT moved to the CW. SmackDown left the Fox network and moved to the USA network. And Monday Night Raw temporarily dropped from 3 hours per week to 2. The changes aren't stopping, however. Come January 2025, Monday Night Raw will be moving to Netflix. On top of that, most international markets will now see Netflix as the home to much of the company's library, other weekly shows, and major premium live events. With Triple H in charge and Netflix offering game-changing opportunities, there is a lot of potential in terms of exciting new programs and content. With that being said, Paul Levesque should look back to previous concepts he had a part in or introduced that could be bigger and better than ever on Netflix. Below are 4 forgotten concepts Triple H must bring back after WWE moves to Netflix. The Mae Young Classic was the spiritual successor to the Cruiserweight Classic from 2016. This all-women's tournament took place in 2017 and then again in 2018. The concept featured 32 women from around the world competing for a trophy and a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. These tournaments had a lot of buzz online and either introduced or helped to establish numerous names WWE fans know and love. This includes Rhea Ripley, Toni Storm, Dakota Kai, Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, Io Sky, and Mia Yim, among others. In fact, well over a dozen of the competitors in the 2 tournaments are on Raw and SmackDown today. With Netflix being an international platform, and with many more subscribers than the traditional WWE network, it makes sense to bring this back now. Plus, the company has more women's wrestlers than ever before, and has numerous partnerships with other promotions. Halftime Heat was a very interesting concept that was first introduced in 1999. And then returned for a second time in 2019. It was effectively WWE's attempt to counter-program the Super Bowl, and more specifically, the infamous halftime show. Instead of watching commercials or star musicians, the company had The Rock battle Mick Foley in an empty arena match in 1999. In 2019, the Performance Center hosted an incredible 6-man tag team match pitting Aleister Black, Ricochet, and Velveteen Dream against DIY and Adam Cole. With Netflix being available to so many homes, it only makes sense to bring this concept back again to try to get more eyes on WWE. They could do it with NXT stars or featuring major names like Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns. Mixed Match Challenge was one of WWE's more unique concepts. The show, which aired exclusively on Facebook, was another tournament. Instead of being all men or all women, this one saw mixed tag teams battle for a charity prize and eventually a title opportunity. This concept was much less serious than some others on this list, but it was fun. Asuka teaming up with The Miz, Carmella working with R-Truth, and Braun Strowman uniting with Alexa Bliss created extremely fun and memorable moments. Beyond that, many couples were able to team up for the first and maybe the only time. With so many couples in WWE today and the exposure Netflix has, it would make sense to bring the tournament back. A fun concept like this could provide something completely different from everything else on the streaming platform. The final entry on this list is a greater concept than one singular show or special. Triple H needs to bring back the global localization concept. For those unaware, it is essentially WWE and specifically NXT's global expansion to various other continents and countries outside of the United States. The concept started with NXT UK. While it was unfortunately shuttered, Triple H spoke on plans to introduce NXT Europe. The TKO merger seemingly slowed things down, but now that Netflix will be home to most things WWE in most international markets, it might be the perfect time to grow in that field. NXT Europe could finally launch, along with a performance center in the region. From there, the same could be done in Japan, Australia, Mexico, Canada, and even other regions such as China, India, and South America. This would provide more jobs, talent, and growth than ever before. It would also provide more programming, which is always a plus. The tournament format has long been a staple of professional wrestling, but in recent years, it has lost its luster. Once a pivotal part of WWE's storytelling arsenal, tournaments like the King of the Ring served as star-making vehicles for legends such as Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, and Brock Lesnar. However, WWE's modern take on tournaments has often felt rushed or inconsequential. With Netflix's episodic capabilities, WWE could fully embrace the tournament concept again. Imagine a mini-series centered around the King of the Ring, with each episode focusing on matches, backstage strategies, and rivalries. The platform would allow for deeper storytelling, exploring the toll of multiple matches, the stakes for each wrestler, and the character evolution that comes from such intense competition. Additionally, Triple H could revive other tournament formats, such as tag team tournaments, spotlight the often overlooked tag division by introducing a high-stakes competition for teams to prove their dominance. Cruiserweight Classics, reinvent the cruiserweight division with a showcase of fast-paced, high-flying action. Interbrand tournaments, pit superstars from different brands against each other to create crossover appeal and unexpected rivalries. By leveraging Netflix's global reach, these tournaments could introduce international talent and attract fans from diverse backgrounds, revitalizing WWE's reputation as a worldwide phenomenon. WWE has a rich history of factions, from the NWO to DX, Evolution, and The Shield. These stables not only dominate storylines, but also create opportunities for younger stars to rise under the guidance of established veterans. In recent years, however, factions have become an afterthought, often dissolving before reaching their full potential. Netflix could allow WWE to lean into faction warfare with episodic content that explores group dynamics, alliances, and betrayals. A faction-driven storyline could become a serialized drama akin to hit shows like Game of Thrones. And Evolution 2.0. With Triple A's creative touch, a new stable could be formed, blending rising stars with experienced veterans. Faction tournaments or wars. Stables competing for dominance across multiple episodes, culminating in high-stakes matches at premium live events. Faction documentaries, behind-the-scenes Netflix-exclusive content showing the formation, philosophy, and goals of each faction, making them feel more authentic. Bringing back the prestige and drama of factions would inject excitement into WWE programming, creating opportunities for complex storytelling and long-term feuds. In the streaming era, viewers crave serialized storytelling with consistent narrative arcs. WWE, at its best, has delivered long-term storylines that captivate audiences. Think Undertaker vs. Kane, Austin vs. McMahon, or even more recent examples like Roman Reigns' Tribal Chief saga. However, many modern WWE storylines feel rushed or lack payoff due to the pressures of weekly television. On Netflix, WWE could experiment with multi-episode arcs or even season-long storylines. For example, A Hero's Journey. Follow a mid-card talent from their struggles to their triumph over a dominant champion. Grudge matches. Two superstars locked in an escalating feud, with each episode diving into their personal vendettas, training regimens, and escalating confrontations. Title hunts. Chronicling the journey of multiple superstars vying for a prestigious championship, each with unique motivations and strategies. This approach would allow viewers to become emotionally invested in the characters and their journeys, ensuring that matches feel meaningful and climactic. While the PG era of WWE has its merits, many fans yearn for the unpredictability and raw intensity of the Attitude Era. Characters were flawed, storylines were edgy, and matches often felt like anything could happen. Netflix, being a platform with fewer content restrictions than traditional TV, gives WWE the freedom to reintroduce some of that edge, while maintaining modern sensibilities. This doesn't mean returning to gratuitous shock value, but instead embracing morally complex characters, shades of grey in storytelling, where heroes and villains aren't always clear-cut, higher stakes, storylines with consequences that resonate beyond a single, real-world themes, addressing societal issues, personal struggles, or even behind-the-scenes politics in a way that feels authentic and relatable. Triple H, known for his knack for storytelling with a gritty undertone, as seen in NXT's Black and Gold era, could use Netflix to bring back the realism and unpredictability that made the Attitude Era so compelling. Netflix's platform offers unique advantages that WWE could capitalize on: global audience, tournaments, and international factions can draw in fans from around the world. Binge watching. Serialized storytelling fits perfectly into Netflix's binge-friendly format. Freedom of content. Netflix allows for experimentation with tone, format, and storytelling depth, enabling WWE to take risks. Supplementary content. Behind-the-scenes documentaries, training montages, and character profiles could enrich the viewer experience. By bringing back these forgotten concepts, Triple H could elevate WWE programming to new heights on Netflix. Tournaments, faction wars, long-term storytelling, and gritty realism are proven tools that resonate with fans, and adapting them to the streaming era could lead to unprecedented success. The key will be to strike a balance between honoring WWE's storied past and innovating for a new generation of viewers. With Netflix's resources and Triple H's creative vision, the future of WWE could be both nostalgic and groundbreaking, ensuring that the company remains the pinnacle of sports entertainment.